Okay, well, let's go ahead and start by me sharing my screen. And we're going to talk first about some of the items that you've already completed. I think both of you have already done this step, so it should be pretty simple. But we'll just make sure to review it together. Have you both completed your step 1 questionnaire for Scott Leroy?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Great. You will receive, if you haven't already, you will receive your setup complete email. The email will look just like this. You're going to see some information here at the top and then a long list of username and passwords that have been created for you. So they'll give you full access to all the KW systems. What we're going to focus on today is here at the top, the username and password for your MyKW account and for agent.kw.com. MyKW is your resource website. Think of it as a giant policy website. All your education and reference material lives on that one website. And your agent.kw.com account is your way to access command. So think of that as your database management. During your Orientation B process on the technology side, this is where we'll spend a lot of our time really working on the tech pieces. Today, we're going to spend a lot of time working on the resource pieces. So the username provided to you in that email will be what you use to log into this website. So we'll go ahead and take a look here. I think Myron has just joined us, so welcome, sir.
Hi.
We're just getting started.
Okay, great.
Alrighty, guys, so we're going to go to this website here. It's going to be mykw.kw.com. When you use that username and password provided to you in the Scott Leroy setup questionnaire, it's going to have your own account. The first thing that you're going to notice when you log in the first time is your home screen. Everyone's home screen looks just like this. To the top right, you're going to see your name along with a profile completeness score. So the information that you provided in your questionnaire is what's used to complete this profile. Underneath that bar, you're going to see a link that says profile. When you click on profile, the information that you provided, your own personal information, is what populates here. This profile is important for a couple of reasons. One, this is how your information populates across the entire internet. So when somebody Googles your name, this is the information that's created. If they go to kw.com, the consumer site, this is the information that's populated. So you want to log in the first time and check your profile to make sure everything was done correctly for you. Scott Leroy is actually a real person. He actually goes into your profile and types this information out for you. So there can be errors or misspellings, and we want to just make sure everything looks correct. So the first time you log in, go to your profile, give it a good look over to make sure the information here is 100%. A couple of things that I do recommend everyone has. One is a photo. If you did not provide a photo, you can upload one directly from here. Just a nice, easy, clean headshot. Or you can respond back to the setup complete email with the headshot attached. The team will go in and put it in your profile for you. But I do recommend, if you did not provide one the first time around, to go ahead and provide one. Again, when somebody Googles your name and your profile comes up and there's no photos and there's just a few sentences, it doesn't really create much of a need of action from your client to want to go ahead and call you or click on any of the links. So a nice profile picture is always good. Next, your contact information, the office information will be in there, but just make sure that your preferred email address is in there, so how you want clients to contact you. And then a biography. Nothing really long on the biography side, but a nice paragraph, maybe 2 paragraphs about yourself, what you will offer clients in real estate, anything that you have as far as specialties, whether you know Brentwood really well or some part of Middle Tennessee that's kind of an area of expertise for you. Go ahead and fill that into the biography section, but I definitely recommend having at least a couple of sentences in there. That's just a nice attention grabber when somebody is looking through a lot of different profiles, right? They may not know you specifically if they're doing a general search online, but if there's something in your profile that grabs their attention, whether, you know, I know the school districts here in Nashville really well, so I would put that in my biography. Whatever that little piece that you know incredibly well that makes you an expert, go ahead and add that to the biography portion. Again, don't overthink it. It's just a couple of sentences. You don't want to have 5 or 6 paragraphs. As you can imagine, just like you, people don't sit on the internet and read biographies all day. So they're just going to kind of glance through your profile and kind of look for some highlights. And then finally, social media websites. If you don't have any social media websites set up for yourself right now, that's completely okay. Once you start or decide to have social media, you can always come back into your profile and start adding those pages. Whether it's your Facebook page or Twitter or blog, whatever you might have that's social that you would like to share with clients, you can go ahead and add it to this profile so it will show across all networks. The second reason this profile is important, other Keller Williams agents can find you, right? And if they're looking for referral partners, sometimes they do very broad searches when they're searching for another Keller Williams agent. The more you have in your profile, the easier it is for you to match with somebody else. So coming in here and making sure that the profile is fully complete is just going to make it so much easier from a contact information side of things. People are just going to be able to find you a lot easier. Any updates that you make in here? Let's say I wanted to go ahead and I got a Google Plus account and it was Edward. Once I've added that in there, if I hit save, it will save across all platforms within 48 hours. So any changes you make on here, it's going to mirror across Google, across KW.com, or anywhere else that your information might be sent out by Keller Williams. So coming in here and making sure that everything looks good on the profile is going to be your first step. Any questions on the profile? No, pretty standard. What you're looking for is 90%. That means that you've completed most of it and it's really good. Anything below 90%, I would definitely recommend going back into the profile and making sure that some pieces that might be missing are updated. Definitely contact information being the #1. Again, the higher the score, the better the profile. You're just looking to have 90% completeness score and then you're good to go. Now, the way your profile is shared across the platform is through something we call the white pages. At the bottom of your home screen, you have a section called quick links. Think of these quick links as your own personal links to different parts of the KW system. From here, you can access various things that are very personal to you, such as your Gmail, so you can log into your Gmail account, or the intranet, which is specific to Keller Williams Nashville. Another link you'll see here is the white pages. The white pages is how you actually search for agents across all of Keller Williams. So very much like an old phone book that was thrown into your driveway years and years ago, the white pages works very much the same way. You can search for people. You can search for other agents. It's a worldwide search, so you're searching for everyone at Keller Williams. And you don't need a lot of information to make that happen. All you have to do is click on associate information. Let's say you met someone in one of your classes during a networking event, maybe someone from another office, another KW office here locally. All you have is a first and last name. When you hit search, it's going to search everyone in the system for it. I'm picking on Joe Haw today. He's one of our agents here at KW Nashville. You're going to see the same information on him that other people can see on your profile. So you're going to be able to see contact information here. You're going to be able to see his biography, his specialties, anything specific to him, including his contact information for you to be able to connect. What you'll also notice is right under Joe's photos, there's going to be a link that sends you to his actual office. So we can tell that he is an agent at Nashville Green Hills with us here. When you click on Nashville Green Hills, it's going to open up the local office information specific to that office. So from here, you can actually see the staff members of each specific office. So if you're looking and trying to dig a little bit deeper into a certain city or certain state, you'll be able to actually dig by clicking on the links and getting a little bit deeper into that office. The person that does our financials is the MCA. So let's say you're working a referral with another agent and you need to speak to the person that does the financials at their office. You could search for the office and then click on MCA. For our office, it's Cynthia Powell here, and then you'll have that same contact information. So it's very easy for you to reach out to that person. You can also do a reverse search and actually search for market centers. A market center is what we call an office at Keller Williams. So anytime you hear that term, it just means KW office. So under market center, find edit offices. Let's do a very general search. Let's say that we are looking for someone to connect with in Chattanooga. And we don't really know what offices are out there. So we're just going to do a very general search. It looks like there's 4 offices in that area. There's one in downtown Chattanooga. When you click on that, let's say you need to speak to the person that does the financials there. Their MCA is Linda Carlton. You click on her name. Here's her contact information. So it makes searching for people very easy in the Keller Williams system. So this is another reason why your profile should be fully up to date and spelled correctly. And it's a great way for you to look for referrals. We also have the referral network built into Command, which we'll go over during your tech orientation. But this here is just another really great way to search and find additional information. So that key information such as email or phone number, it's just our full database. Any questions on the search functionality of the white pages? No, pretty standard stuff, right? Back on our homepage. So when you think of this website and you think of this full page, this is all of Keller Williams. This is Keller Williams International. All of our information is housed on here. Anything you would ever want to know about our company, you can find on this website. What you want is some local information. You can also find that here through the intranet. There's a link at the bottom under quick links called MC Intranet. When you click on that, it's going to open up a local page that's very specific to us here in Nashville. This is how you access our calendar for our events and our classes. This is also where you get local information specifically from our office. Think of this as Facebook. The first time you log in, you're going to have a news feed. You're going to see the blend here at the top. These are office posts that our staff post directly to our agents. So when we post this information here on this website, it's sent across to all of our agents via email. So you will receive an email every single morning, usually around 4 in the morning, called the My Market Center Digest. It will look just like this. It's going to give you the office posts for the day, and then it's going to give you upcoming classes specific to us here in Nashville. So you're going to be able to see what today's classes are, tomorrow's classes, and the next days. It always gives you 3 days in advance. What's great about this email, if you open this email and there's something you want to attend that day, when you click on the class, the Zoom link will be automatically in the description. So you can launch the Zoom and be part of the class directly from these emails. If you don't open these emails or you delete them or you put them in your spam folder, that is okay. You can always come back here to the intranet and get the same information. The office posts that we post on here are just major events or a major communication that we want to go out to all agents. It's our way of connecting with all 400 agents. So it's not super specific. It's usually very broad information, and we don't use it all the times to not overwhelm the email system and send you like 6 or 7 emails a day from us posting. We usually just try to post in here maybe once a week. Now, what's also really great about the intranet is that you can see our full calendar at the very top right, where you see the small version of the calendar. There is a link called View Calendar. This is going to take you to our full education calendar. What's great about this view is that you're going to be able to go ahead and see everything for the entire month. The 15th of every month, your next month is available to you. So on September 15th, all of October became available, which means you can plan your classes a month in advance. Whatever your schedule might look like in a month from now, you'll be able to plug in the classes that you would like to plug into. So let's take a look at October. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking about what classes to take. There's quite a few, right? As you can see here, there are Zooms happening every day, Monday through Friday. They start as early as 8:30 in the morning and take you all the way to 5 o'clock. The number one thing we don't want to happen, one is Zoom fatigue. I feel like that's a real thing now towards the end of the year. And also, a full-time student. We don't want you to be a full-time student. We know that you're going to be juggling starting your business with additional training and your personal. So we want all those calendars to be harmonious, and we want you to focus on just a few classes in the beginning. Do not feel like you have to take every single class here at KW every single day of the week that it's offered. What we're looking to do is actually create an education plan for ourselves. And just depending on what your needs are, it can be a little bit different from everyone. But these are the classes that I personally recommend are part of your I'm new in real estate and I'm getting started, these are the must-take classes. One, top of that list is contracts class. Getting contracts knowledge from our principal broker and learning the amendments and learning all the things that are happening in the market are going to be incredibly beneficial. For one, you'll learn about how contracting works. And for two, you'll be able to explain the contracts to your clients in an easy to understand manner, because as we all know, contracts can get pretty confusing. So contracts classes occur every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. There's a series of 8 full courses. You do not have to take them in order, but we do recommend that you take all of them. They repeat throughout the entire year. It's 1 through 8. And then once we hit 8, we go back to 1. So you have the opportunity to take any classes that you've missed or retake them over again if you need refreshers throughout the year. And again, they're updated based on the market of the moment. So any COVID policy updates or anything that's happened during the pandemic, it's discussed during this course. Contracts class is taught by the principal broker. So it also gives you a great opportunity to do a Q&A or a one-on-one with the principal broker and ask questions that you have specifically to contracting and compliance. It's a really great session to actually be able to connect. Has anyone attended a contracts class yet?
So I wanted to ask you a quick question, Edward.
Yes.
Oh wait, sorry. There we go. I tried to do it this morning, but the link just never, like the class just never started. It just said the host is waiting to like let you in. And I waited from like 9:55 to like 10:30 and it just never popped up. So I wasn't sure if it was an issue on my end or if it was, I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that, Joel, because we had about 30 people in that class. I'm not 100% sure why, but I'll definitely check in with the team and see why. Did you access that link from an email or from here?
I want to say you emailed it to me like 2 days ago when we were emailing about all that stuff. And I think it was that link.
Perfect.
But it could have been a computer issue. You know how my computer from our endeavor trying to get the license.
I do remember our sign-on appointment. Yes, sir. I do remember that. Yes, I'll take a little bit of a closer look at that and see why. Zoom went through an update at the beginning of this week, and we noticed that all of our links became slightly off. So we thought we'd gone back through and fixed all the links, but it sounds like maybe there's been a few of them that we need to look at. So thank you for that. Yes, the contracts links are actually built directly into this calendar. So when you click on something you want to attend, you can attend it directly from here. Let's say I wanted to attend the contracts class today. The link is in the event description. So when you click on this link, it's going to open the contracts class directly from here via Zoom. So this is another way to go ahead and access the courses. And what we try to do is make sure there's no broken links. We go through and comb through all of our Zooms every single week and just launch them to make sure that they work. But now that we see we have a few out there, they should always definitely work from this website. This website's the one that's updated most consistently. And it's the one that our education team really works on to make sure is fully updated for you. So today we had contracts class number 4. Other than Joel, unfortunately, who couldn't be able to attend, was anybody else able to attend today's course, or have you attended a contracts class prior to this?
I haven't. I haven't yet.
Hasn't? Okay. Myron?
No, I haven't.
Haven't yet? Okay. Well, that's great, guys. You guys can all start together next Tuesday with class number 5. I love to hear it. So class number 5 is going to cover inspection packets. So inspection packets, what the inspection process is and what that looks like, that will be covered during the Contract 5 class. And again, it's going to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it'll start with class number 1. But don't feel you have to wait that long. Jump in at any time. They're self-contained courses. So if you miss something from a previous class, it's not going to affect what you're being taught here. Again, you'll receive all the contracting templates during this class as well. They're always put into the chat via the Zoom chat. So you'll be able to download them and use those templates. A great resource. Again, it's taught by the principal broker, and they're not recorded because it's very market specific information you're getting. You're just not getting a general class with that one. So when contracts class is number 1, the second class I would recommend attending is script practice. Script practice is wonderful because you'll get a scripting partner. You'll start to learn how to have conversations about real estate, and that's very important. We do script practice every single morning. You can start first thing tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. The Zoom will be there for you as well. Script practice is really about getting a scripting partner and having the ability to go back and forth and go through objections, something that you might run into when you're having a general conversation with a client. So you'll be able to access that specifically directly from here. Has anyone attended a script practice or has a little bit of knowledge of how the scripting works? No,
I
not yet?
did the one this morning, and it was pretty cool. I didn't know that they were gonna like partner us up and make us like do it on Zoom. And I was
Yeah.
like, crap, almost just hung up the phone. I was like, I'm not ready for
No.
that.
No, you can't be,
But,
no.
no, I'm kidding. I didn't do it. I met a girl named Lucy. I don't know if you know. I think she's in Nashville, but we kind of partnered up and did it, and it was pretty good.
That's good. Yes, don't shy away, right? You always got to jump in.
Yeah.
You're going to make mistakes, and that's what's great about a scripting partner. Make all your mistakes with them. That means that you're going
Exactly.
to not make the mistakes with your client, right? You're not going to have the ums, the ohs, the I don't knows. That doesn't happen with a client. It can happen with a script partner. That's great because a script
Yeah.
partner is feeling the exact same thing you're feeling. And yes, I
For
think
sure.
Joel, I think it's the Lucy O'Neill, I think was probably who you connected.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Lucy
she's really
O'Neill.
great.
That was it. Yeah,
She's really
sweet.
great. I love it. But see, you guys will get a scripting partner during these. Again, if it's a relationship that's worked really well, you guys can continue to script outside of just the morning classes, right? You can script on the weekends, or if you run into maybe a client interaction that you'd like a little bit more clarity on. It's always good to have those people that you're connecting with. All our new agents attend script practice. It's the best way to introduce yourself to the family, to make sure you're connecting with other agents and networking. All of our new agents go through that process. Learning your script is going to be incredibly important. Once you have your script down, then you'll be able to kind of have your own feel for it. You're going to be able to have your own conversations with your clients. But until that actually happens and you feel comfortable having those conversations, you need to have some really solid scripting. And again, people that have been in real estate for 20, 30 years still go to script practice. They still want to learn what people are talking about, what the market is doing, and what new KW information is out there that they can share. So that's your number 2 class. And then your number 3 class is going to be your foundational training. Your foundational training, Real Estate 101, is going to be Ignite. Ignite launches October 12th. So October 12th is going to be the very first class. You see here, it starts at 8:30 in the morning. It goes from about 8:30 all the way until noon. Zoom right there in the description for you. I will send you the registration link if you have not already registered for Ignite. If you have talked to one of our coaches, or if you're going to be joining coaching, then you will have already received this link, but I'll make sure to resend it today just to make sure you get into the class. Real estate basics, how to host an open house. Once you go under contract, what happens next? What are the different steps in the contracting process with your client? What is your main role? How to build out your database? All that's covered during the Ignite process. So it's Real Estate 101. It's going to really help cover all of those what if questions. And it's taught by agents here in our office. So every class has a different agent that we have asked to teach. So you're getting information from agents in the field that are currently working their business, so they know exactly what's happening in the market. It's not a very general course, it's very specific. So you're gonna get a lot of great Nashville information on this as well. So that's Ignite 2.0, launches October 12th. Make sure you're RSVP'd in advance so you can get all the class materials and everything and be part of the full curriculum. So those 3 classes are the main focus. And then you think about technology. So the technology side of things, we have a few different avenues that you can take when it comes to tech. Technology can either be something that you self-teach and that you go through a learning curriculum that's on MyKW. We also have Zooms if you want a teacher experience. So we'll discuss that today as well. But I highly recommend jumping into your tech training. Your orientation B is all about technology. We spend a lot of time getting into Command, getting into your profile, discussing database in a very detailed way. But you can also start attending the classes around tech every week. They happen Mondays and Tuesdays. Let's go back a little bit since there's a little bit left in September, a couple more days. They happen every Monday and Friday. What I would do is wait till next Monday and attend Command Basics. Command Basics will be 2 p.m. on October the 5th. That's going to really be your introduction into the CRM, your introduction into how to manage your database and start the full upload process in your marketing profile. All that's covered during the basics class. Again, click on the class. There's the Zoom link. You're right in the course. It starts at 2 p.m., ends at 3:30. When it comes to tech classes, it can feel overwhelming when you're learning how to use a website or how to use a piece of technology, especially for business. So what I would recommend is breaking your technology up over a couple of months. Do not feel you have to take every Monday and Friday class, because what will happen is you'll get overwhelmed, you'll have too many to-do tasks, and it'll be something you fall behind on. Instead, just focus on a couple of things. What I would recommend in your first month, first take your Command Basics class, then take your Command Consumer Experience class, which happens on the 9th. That's going to teach you how to use the new consumer app and how to edit your website. Those are two functionalities that you can go ahead and start doing now. So when you start sharing that information with your clients, it will be up to date and you'll already be in full work mode, building your business. After that, decide what you would like to take. Again, the classes around tech repeat every single month. So all 8 classes are going to be the same every month. So don't feel like you're missing out if you don't take them on a specific month. You will have the ability to take them again. So when it comes to the calendar, that's how I would break it down. Contracts class, script practicing, your core curriculum. So for October will be Ignite, and then Command, starting to your tech classes. So those 4 items should fill out your calendar for most weeks, and you can also still focus on your business. What's great about our classes too is that they're designed to help you work on your actual business planning. So you will make phone calls during these classes. You will start connecting with clients. It's not just classroom work, it's helping you build your business. Are there any questions specifically about the calendar? No. Do we feel really confident that we'll be able to jump in here and go ahead and plan our October?
Yeah, for sure.
Danny says yes, Joel says yes, good. All righty, guys. So I do highly recommend doing it in advance. Don't do it week by week. It can get a little overwhelming, a little daunting if you do it week by week. But if you have all 4 weeks planned out and know exactly what you're going to take, it's going to be very easy. Think of it as college, right? You always got your college class at the beginning of the semester and you knew what classes to go to. Think of it that way. That's all that you're doing for yourself. I'm also going to send you a video today. This is difficult to do via Zoom, so we send it out in a video format that walks you step by step on how to import this calendar to your Gmail account. I know it sounds very exciting. So when you're in your work email is a Gmail account, so log into that account. The video will walk you through all of these steps, so do not worry. When you log into your email, it'll be your work email, whether you're with a group or whether you're going to use your KW email account. You'll have a calendar, so you'll be able to turn your calendar on. And your calendar is your personal calendar with all of your appointments, client appointments, personal appointments, anything that you've added to your calendar that nobody else can see, that's what you'll see here. What we'll help you with is importing the education calendar. You'll have the ability to turn off your business calendar and then turn on the office calendar. And you can actually see the classes week by week, right? So let's say I would love to attend Power Day on Thursday. All I have to do is click Options and then copy it directly to my personal calendar. So when I turn on my personal calendar, that class is going to be there. No other classes, just the classes that I decide are important are the ones that are going to show up. The Zoom links are in there, so you can click the Zoom link directly from this and launch right into the class. It's part of my schedule, so I know that I have to go to Power Day on Thursday at 9 a.m. It's almost an all-day event. If it's something I don't want, I can always just delete it directly off of my calendar, and so I don't have to personally see it, but I'll have the ability to see everything for weeks on out. So I can go ahead and start putting things on my calendar that I would like to attend. So you will get a video for this. Please do take some time. Takes you about maybe 5 minutes. Just follow the steps. and you'll have the calendar loaded into your email. It's actually very simple and easy to do. Just watch the video. If you still have issues after the fact, and if you can't get it, please let us know. We'll be happy to jump on a quick Zoom and walk you through it as well. But again, this will be another way for you to be able to see your full calendar. The third and final way is the old good paper method. If you would like to come to the office, we have this in a PDF format that we print out for you, and you can hang it up in your office and you can see what classes are available to you and be able to attend them that way too. So you'll be able to have an actual paper calendar if you prefer. But importing this calendar will make it a lot easier. If you want to jump into MyKW and look at the full month each month, feel free to do so as well. So again, this is the intranet. You access it through the quick links at the bottom of your profile homepage. So let's talk a little bit about tech. Since I brought up technology training and I brought up Command, and our orientation B is going to be all about Command, and we're going to talk a lot about database management and importing contacts. We're really going to dig into that. Just from a standard, I'm new to Keller Williams. I keep hearing the word Command. If somebody were to ask you what Command is, other than saying it's a database, what would you guys tell them?
I was going to say database, but now I'm blank.
Yeah, same. I'd probably say database. I really don't know much yet.
I like a managing database or something like that.
Yeah, managing database, sure. CRM, right? We hear that word thrown around a lot.
Mm.
Have you been exposed to any other functionalities?
I don't think so.
No? Myron?
No.
No? So think of Command as where your business lives. All of your business lives in one system. Yes, your database, very much. Your lifeline to your business is your database. But the system can also do so much more than just that. It can have the ability to create marketing for you, specific newsletters or email campaigns. This is where you're going to do your advertising to your clients. This is also the system where when your client is ready to buy a home and you go under contract, this is where you go through compliance. This is how they sign contracts. This is how you receive signatures back. This is where you're going to get paid at the end of it, and you submit it to the paperwork to the office. All of this lives inside of Command. Everything inside of the system works together. So the information that you provide, the client information that you provide, is what's going to make the system really great. So like all fun orientations, we're going to watch a quick little video on what Command can do to get you guys excited, because it does a lot of things. And I think having just a really great overview of the system will make it that much better. So we're going to go on over to trusty YouTube and let's watch a nice little video.
A few years ago, we gathered all the smartest people we knew: agents, market centers and regional leaders, technologists, data scientists, and asked them some big questions. What does it look like when technology is simple, smarter, and more human? How can we ensure agents stay at the center of the transaction where their clients want them? How do we accomplish this while eliminating the cost? It's called Command, and it's going to change the way we do business. Start by adding contacts directly, or through a simple voice command with Kelly. All calls, texts, notes, and any other customized fields are synced automatically across all platforms. When you add a new contact to Command, a neighborhood is automatically associated with their address. That way you can share the most pertinent information, such as migration patterns or median home price. Marketing materials have evolved from one-to-many to one-to-one, providing value at the home and neighborhood level for everyone in your database. And with Command, your business is not restricted by IDX. Wherever your clients are, there you are. Another challenge agents identified was the complexity added to the transaction by piecing together different systems connected by spreadsheets. We solved this by ensuring Command aggregated offers, documents, and communications with your client and broker, all in one place. Get a quick overview of your listings, appointments, contracts, closed deals, revenue projections, and customized reporting. Command shines a light on your business so you're never left in the dark. Housed within the Command dashboard is Lead Accelerator, an intelligent marketing tool. target leads through ROI and AI optimized ad campaigns across Facebook, Instagram, Google AdWords, Twitter, and an ever-growing list of channels in seconds. And campaigns aren't limited to the digital space. Quickly set up and deploy a modern print marketing campaign to specific homes identified based on your criteria. That means brand awareness grows and leads flow faster with far less spend. And if you think you have to be a computer scientist to take advantage, rest assured, because Command was built hand in hand with agents. It's designed to be used by agents, by you. Simple, smart, human. Command puts you in control of your database, your business, and your future. It's time to take command.
Very exciting. I think our advertising team watched a lot of iPhone launches, and I think we kind of copied a few of the iPhone commercials. But as you can see there, there's a lot of things the system can do, right? It's a very big system, but it's where your entire business operation lives. Just like it mentioned in the video, in the old days, you would have a spreadsheet where you kept up with information on your clients, maybe in your Outlook inbox, maybe on your phone. You do marketing in a program over here. You would send out newsletters or emails via this other program. Command combines all of that into one. And what's important about the lifeline of Command is that it's based on you and the data that you put in. So when it comes to database, database is key and database is number one. In your step one email that I sent you, I would highly recommend, if you haven't started, to go ahead and start filling out that import worksheet. I'm going to pull that worksheet up here right now. It might seem kind of like a lot of information, but there's only really 5 sections that you need to complete to import your database. One, you need a first name of your client. And of course, you need a last name for them. Then you need a way to contact them. So you need an email address, and then you also need a phone number. And then finally, you need a physical address. It's hard to send specific targeted marketing to someone if you don't have their home address. So you want to get their physical address. This is all you have to complete on this worksheet. As long as you're completing these areas, you can import this worksheet into Command and it will be a nice seamless import for you. The other columns, there's a lot of information you can get on a client, right? Where they work, their birthday, if they have social media profiles and you know what those social media handles are, you can add all that into the spreadsheet as well, but you don't need all that information. And that can seem like a lot of information you may just not have. You need these 5 pieces of key information to start your database. I highly recommend doing it in the worksheet method first because it's going to allow you to, one, figure out who should be in your database, right? If you have 800 people in your phone, but not all 800 people are people that you want to connect with, you really need to narrow that list to exactly who you want to use for your business. If you don't have all this information on that person, now's a great time to call them, right? Say, hey, this is Danny. I just got my license and I want to add you to my database, but I don't have an up-to-date email address for you. Would you mind providing that email address? So once they provide you with that information, you can fill out the worksheet. On Thursday, we will actually show you how to import this information inside of Command. So we'll do the full import. But between now and then, if you can get a few contacts ready to go, try to have at least 5 contacts ready to go. You can do the import in real time with us. You can use this worksheet multiple times. That's what's great about it. You can do multiple imports with the worksheet, but try to have at least 5 people on here so we can have a nice seamless import for your first time. Has anybody started filling out this worksheet yet?
No,
Not yet?
not yet.
That's probably
I did only because I'm on with the leasing group sent me a template like 2 months ago, way back. So I've just kind of been casually like throwing people in there.
That's good, Joel. Yes. If you have it, yeah, sometimes team structures work a little bit differently and they might use Command a little bit differently. But for everyone else, you can use it as your main business hub. So this is be number 1 homework wise. Go ahead and start filling this out. You can import as often as you'd like. And your first import doesn't have to be a massive, giant 9,000 people are getting added to the system at once. It doesn't have to be that. It can be small steps as you work your way through it. But we will actually do the import on Thursday, so try to have a few ready to go. If it's not someone that you would market to or talk to, don't put them in your database, right? That would be a horrible thing if it's not somebody you ever want to talk to. So just people that you want to have conversations about real estate. Remember, they may not be looking to buy or sell right now, but they might know somebody that will, right? There's always that friend or that cousin or that family member that they can connect you with. Yes, Myron?
We'll be importing these through command, right?
Yes, sir, we will.
That's what we'll learn on Thursday.
Yes.
I'm sorry. How are we getting, is there an app for command? It's been a lot of information. I'm a little confused.
There has been, yes, sir. There's not an app for command. Command is best accessed on a computer or on a tablet. It's actually a website.
Okay. So just have the website bookmarked?
Yes. In
Okay.
your setup complete email, it's going to be the second website listed. Let me get an example here for you. So your email from Scott Leroy,
Right.
the second website here, agent.kw.com, that is command.
Okay.
That is where your command system lives.
Okay.
To log in, you're going to use that username and password that says KW Systems. Okay. So again, step by step on Thursday, really, we'll spend almost all of our time inside of the command system, just going over everything that that's offered inside of it, and then breaking it down. Remember, try to spread out your learning of all this information across 3 to 4 months. Do not try to do everything at once because it is a lot. It can feel sometimes like you're a little bit lost out at sea. So it's good to just take pieces of this. And the very first piece of this puzzle is your database. It's going to be the #1 important thing. Real estate businesses cannot survive without a database. And so it's very pertinent that you, as a brand new agent, start to mold your database and start calling people and start connecting with them. And the easiest people to connect with are friends, family, coworkers, people you went to school with, people that you know from other industries. You want to start small, right? You want to start with the people that you know. So that's what we're going to use the spreadsheet for on Thursday. It should be attached to your step 1 email. If it's not attached to that and you would like the worksheet again, just email me. I'm always happy to send it on over to you. The worksheet's very easy to access, so anytime that you need it, just let us know. So when it comes to technology training, you can definitely attend the Zoom classes that we have here twice a week, but you can also start the curriculum and start doing it on your own during your own free time through your MyKW page. At the very top of the page, there's this black bar here. This is called KW Connect, and this is your way to launch into the education portal of Keller Williams. One of the first ones that you'll notice here is technology. Click on the word technology. It's going to open the technology page. Hover one more time over the word technology, and you're going to see a couple of options here. The one option that's going to be your best resource is called Tech-Enabled Agent. Tech-Enabled Agent. Add that to your favorites bar. So when this page pops up, hit the little star, have that as part of your favorites. This is going to be a resource page that you go back to over and over again because there's some really great training on here that's recorded. There's step-by-step videos. There are things that you can download and use while you're working through things. So this is a great introduction to the tech. First, it's an overview of everything that's offered at Keller Williams. You're going to see Command, of course, listed as #1. Then you're going to see the consumer app. This is the app that your clients will receive. The app, we will go over on Thursday. We will log into the app together. We'll make sure that everything works as far as being able to connect. But there's also training on the app directly from this website. You can go ahead and find training directly from here as well. And then video training. There's on-demand training, so full classes that are available to you online. There's also how-to videos if you want to watch just short videos on how to do certain things in the system. Maybe you need a step-by-step curriculum. You can get that through this website as well. At the bottom here where it says Learn on My Own, there's a full education plan right here, ready to go. Always start with database, #1. Click on Learn More to know what the module is about, recommended training, and then session 1 and start watching the videos in order. It's going to tell you exactly how the curriculum should go. You have the same curriculum for your app. Here it is, the consumer app, the KW app. Learn more, what does it cover? Recommended trainings, get started, and work your way through it. So this is some really good self-paced training. So maybe you've taken one of our classes, maybe it's the weekend and you're working on something and you would just like to work on more training. This is a great way to do it, and you can do it on your own time without having to worry about attending a Zoom call. And you can pause the video, right, and follow along and make sure it's working on your side. This is a great way to approach the technology training. So this is an option for you. It's called the Tech-Enabled Agent. Always highly recommend that you just bookmark this page so you can just click on the bookmark, open it, and start training. Another way to train, which you will receive, is called Commandable, which we created here in Nashville. You will receive a login. It's going to go to your official KW email. When you log in, you're going to have the opportunity to take command classes that were designed by Evan, our tech director here at KW. It's called Commandable. You can start with session 1. And what this does is it breaks it out more like an e-learning website where you can start actually clicking on things and starting to work on projects. Videos are in here, guides are in here, step-by-step instructions, what different parts of command are taught inside of the system. So this is another great way to approach your education. It's self-paced, so you can do it on your own time, and we're adding new classes every single month. So this library is continuing to grow. If it gets lost in the millions of emails that you're going to get in the beginning, I do apologize for that. Once everyone knows you're in real estate, it's like you get 50,000 emails a day because everyone wants your business now. If you get lost and you don't find this, always reach out to us. We're happy to send this curriculum over to you. Again, you're looking for Commandable. It's from Teachable, and it will be a login specifically for you as the agent. So this is another great way to approach it. So you have some options here. And then finally, let's say you've taken some classes, maybe you're doing the self-paced training and you just need more assistance. You can get one-on-one attention and get one-on-one assistance by going to evanransom.youcanbook.me. Evan Ransom, as if you are trying to kidnap somebody. This will be Evan's page. It is his personal booking website, and what you're doing is booking a one-on-one appointment with him directly. So Evan teaches all of our tech classes. He's going to teach you during your Orientation B classes, all hands-on tech. That's all he does, week in and week out. It's his full approach to technology, so he knows the ins and outs. He can help you through a lot of general questions and things you might be struggling on. You can do a 30-minute session. Maybe it's something specific that you want to work through and have some questions about, or you can do a full hour. Maybe there's just something you're not being able to do. You've taken the classes, it's just not working for you. You can go ahead and book a full hour on his calendar. Right now, the meeting can be via Zoom, or you can come here in the office and just bring your computer with you and you can work with him directly. That's just dependent on how you want to do that meeting, but this is another approach that you have. So for overview, you can go to the Zoom classes twice a week. You can go to the Tech-Enabled Agent page and do the self-paced training. You can watch the how-to videos and do the curriculum through Commandable. Or you can do a one-on-one session with Evan. So there's different approaches for the tech. Do not be afraid of the technology here at KW because we teach a lot of it because we are a technology company. And because of that, there's no reason to fear anything in the system. You really just need to jump in. It's going to take you a few months to learn it. You're not going to be able to learn it quickly because there's just a lot of information offered to you. But that would be my recommendation for tech. Try one thing at a time. Try attending the Zoom classes first. If it doesn't go exactly how you would like, or you're not getting it the way that you thought you might, then do the self-paced training. If self-paced training is just not for you, then do a one-on-one with Evan and really dig into what you're needing. So there's different approaches to it. Just start one at a time and see what will work best for your schedule. Again, to get here, when you're on your homepage, click on the word technology, hover One more time, hover over the word technology and then go to tech-enabled agent. So it'll be a nice and easy way to get there and get that information. Alrighty, we're gonna hop right on back to our MyKW page, and we're just gonna look at a couple of other things before we move on from the website. One is approved vendors. Real estate can be really expensive, and we understand that. And Keller Williams has vendors that offer you really great discounts. On your homepage, to the top right here, you're gonna see Keller Williams approved vendors, a nice little vendor search. When you click on it, it's going to open all vendors that Keller Williams has a relationship with and that are offering you discounts. All different types of categories are on here, whether you want branding, whether you're looking for signage, lock boxes, red gear, so things with the KW logo on hats and shirts, Office Depot, if you're going to do mass printing and need a printing card, you get a continuous discount with them. All sorts of different things, pods for moving, so your clients get a discount for moving. If you're a T-Mobile customer, great, you get a little break on the phone bill there. Wine gift baskets, my own personal favorite. You can't go wrong with a wine gift basket as a gift to one of your clients, and you get an additional discount through the website. They add about 2 to 3 new vendors every month, so always take a look before you buy and see if they are offering any new deals. Again, it's updated consistently, and all you have to do is click on the client, open it up. It's going to go to their website. Whatever discount is available at that website will be applied directly. The other area we're going to take a quick look at is getting the logo. So what's important about Keller Williams, especially being in the Southeast, is that you have to use the Southeast approved office logo. You cannot use a generic logo on any sort of marketing. So when you go into marketing here at the very top, and you go to logos and branding, you're going to be met with a couple of things. One is the identity and style guide. This is a specific guide designed for a designer, not for an agent. So you do not have to read this. But if you work with a designer who's making things for you and they want to know what's the official font, what color red am I allowed to use, how are the letters supposed to be spaced, this guide will walk them through that. It's 55 pages long. It's perfect for graphic designers. You can download it and email it to them and say, hey, here are the rules at Keller Williams. Perfect. They'll know exactly what to do. From an agent perspective, probably would never have any need to read this unless you have an interest in graphic design. But if you scroll to about the middle of the page, this is where you can get the logo. Our market center number is 493. 493. 493. We will ask you for this number over and over on every piece of paperwork you ever submit to the office. So memorize it now, 493. I promise, it's all the time. So when you type 493 in there, you're going to preview the logo. There's a link here to preview, and that's the official logo that you can use. It's specific to our office. It can be on business cards, branding, flyers, whatever you need it for, social media. This will be the logo. When you download the logo and you hit the download button, it will download in all sorts of different color variations and different type of file types. So any type of way that you need to use it, whether you're printing it out or putting it on social media, you'll have a lot of different options when you download it. It gives you the logo in about 12 different ways. So just know this is the best way to get the logo. And again, it's Southeast specific, so you have to use this one legally to stay within compliance in the state of Tennessee, okay? And then other logos available to you. These are what we call vanity logos. So anything that's not client specific. Maybe you're just doing something like on the back of your car or something, then you can put something like this on there. Otherwise, anything that's client facing has to use the official Southeast logo. Any questions on the logo? No? Okay, great. So before we leave MyKW, let's just do a quick little pop quiz because I know you guys just got a lot of information. So we want to make sure that you guys feel good about being able to navigate your way through MyKW. Let's start with Myron. Myron, sir, I would like to update my profile and add my Facebook handle. How do I do that?
You click on your profile and then click on the social. Let me see.
It's very close. Yeah. Click on
So
your profile.
the social thing links.
There you
So
go.
like
Yes, that's
Facebook.
right. When you're in your profile, if you just scroll to about halfway, there's your Facebook URL, and you can put your Facebook URL right there. Scroll to the bottom and then hit save, and the profile will update for you. So any edits that you need to make to your profile, do them all through the profile link.
This would be a Keller Williams based like page that I have previously set up, not like any so does that have to be approved? Or
No, so social media does not have to be pre-approved. Social media is one of those kind of areas of real estate that's a little bit gray, right? There's not like 100% laws around compliance when it comes to social media, but a couple of recommendations. Don't make it part of your personal profile. Always open a business page. You want to have a business Facebook or a business Twitter account or a business Instagram, very specific to real estate. And usually name it with your name / or - realtor, so people know that you're a realtor.
And it also has to have the since Keller Williams is, it has to be listed there too.
Yeah, it's good to go ahead and brand it to the brokerage. So yeah, you'll want to brand it to the brokerage. You'll want to have like the Keller Williams logo on there, definitely the office address and the description, the office phone number along with your contact information. Definitely make it broker specific.
Can someone set that up for me?
If you hire a designer, you can, yeah.
There's nobody in the office that does that, right?
Not currently, no one in the office does that, but we do have some marketing professionals that we can connect you with that are happy to do it for you. We know a really great local marketer, and she does a full social media setup for you.
Okay.
And she charges really well because she's also an agent at KW, so she kind of knows the ins and outs of our world.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, because setting up profiles is not everyone's forte, right? So if you can definitely leverage that to somebody else, I highly recommend it. Very good, sir. That's exactly how you do that. Alrighty, so Danny, I would like to get some technology help. I would like to watch some training videos. How do I get there?
You go to technology, I believe.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to technology again. And then you're going to click on, which one do you click on? Center? Tech enabled it.
Agent.
Okay. Got it.
There you go. And to access the video library, very simple. Just scroll to the bottom of this page and there's all your video training. There's some quick video training there. And then remember, learn on my own, where you can do the full curriculum of video training. Very good, Danny, sir. All righty. Joel, I would like to look at upcoming classes for October. How do I get to our calendar?
How did I know the one question you're going to ask me that I wouldn't know? Okay, I don't remember. I have a question first. If I could ask this super quick, are there different websites for all of these different things we've gone over, or is there like one singular place that you can access, like the calendar? Like I have a website put up for like Connect and Command, and like some of it looks kind of different than the ones you showed us. And I'm wondering, I also had like a notification that said like, welcome to our newly launched Connect page, and it looks way different than yours.
Yes. So think of your portal. So think of the number one way to get in by going to mykw.kw.com.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's going to send you to all the different other sites, but they're all built into this page.
Into one.
Yeah, this bar here is Connect. This is KW Connect. So anytime you click on something here, so let's say I want to go to education, you'll see that it changes to Connect. So this is what Connect actually is.
Okay,
and
that makes sense.
Right, and you have a profile on Connect, nothing that you need to do with it. It's just your profile as far as people can see what classes that you're taking. So you see something similar to this. This is just an information resource site. You can take training through here, but we offer all of this training locally in Nashville specific. So we recommend using the intranet to get to ours.
Gotcha.
So really the only two websites that you're going to spend most of your time in, maybe a little bit different for you, Joel, since you are part of a team, is one is your MyKW profile, this homepage right here. And then second, command, going to agent.kw.com to access your command system, which we will do on Thursday.
Okay, that makes sense. I had, okay, yeah, that's better. That makes, I still don't know the answer to your question though.
Can you guys help him out?
You just have to find the calendar. I'm not sure where the calendar is.
Yeah.
So
Danny?
Is it resources?
No, sir.
Oh, I forgot that too.
I feel
Myron?
like it would be a resource.
I think you're muted, sir.
Events, maybe?
Okay.
No.
How about first I unmute my,
There you go.
and do we log into our Gmail, our Keller Williams Gmail, just the calendar through there?
Now that's one option, right? That's an option that you might be able to do later. But for now, the best way to access this is by going to the intranet. Under quick links at the bottom of the page, there's a link called 493 intranet. It's going to pull up our Nashville page. So it looks just like this. And then you can select view calendar.
Okay.
And this is the entire month worth of classes for you. So this is how you get to this page specifically. But yes, you will receive a video today to walk you through to import this calendar to your Gmail account. Just follow those steps. Once you've done the import, it'll be set. You won't ever have to do it again. Your calendar and the Gmail account will be linked together. But this is a great way to see all of your classes for the entire month, right? So I can go ahead and say, okay, here's October. What do I want to take in October? What is going to fill up my schedule and still have time for everything else I want to do? So this is the intranet. An intranet is specific to us here in Green Hills, Nashville. Alrighty, guys.
So I have a quick question,
Yes,
super
Joel.
fast.
Yeah.
I ask a lot of questions, so I just want to make sure I figure it out. When you type in mykw.kw.com, you know how it pops up slash KW intranet in the search bar after you type that in. So are there two intranets technically? Like is mykw.kw an intranet and then our market center intranet is the MC493 link, or is it all one?
It's all one, but in a way it is, because MyKW is it's proprietary information, right? It's Keller Williams specific. So you're logging into the company-wide website. And if you don't have credentials for it, you won't have any access to it. So that's probably why you're seeing two intranets, but it's really all the same.
I think that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Thank you. Thank you.
Nobody with a login can ever see this stuff, guys. Only you can, because you're a KW agent. So that's why you get the ability to see all the resources on this website. Otherwise, if I was just regular guy jumping on the internet, going to MyKW, I could never see anything because I don't have any credentials for it.
Gotcha.
So homework, log into MyKW. Second part of homework, click around, download stuff. You cannot break this website. There's nothing on here that you can do that will destroy any profile or anything. There's a lot of resources on here, so spend time and just go through all of it. There's so many links on here. It's a lot of information. Again, it's an informational website. It doesn't do anything. It just provides you with information. Company information, office information, your personal profile information, all information. It doesn't do anything, so you don't work in here. You come here to get information, okay? So MyKW, just log in, and a lot of different classes that you have on the calendar will log into MyKW, so you're gonna see this website quite often. Alrighty, so let's move a little bit away from that. So we have some other topics that we can discuss together. One is discussing your 30, 60, 90. Now, depending on when you joined, you might have had the 30, 60, 90 discussion with your recruiting partner, whether it was Tracy or Marcus, or maybe not, because it's a brand new process for us. So we're going to take a little bit of time here to discuss your 30, 60, 90. I will email you this after class today as well, so you'll have access to it. Your 30, 60, 90 really is designed to be your roadmap. This is your roadmap. This is like, what do I do every day? What am I supposed to do today? This is what's going to help you get there. It's the 30, 60, 90. So what you should do 30 days into Keller Williams, 60 days into Keller Williams, and then 90 days. So your first 30 days, which all three of you are currently working through, the to-do section, very simple. Have I done it? Yes or no. If you have not done it, make sure that you do it. These items are on the 15-day checklist. So as you're working through that 15-day checklist that I gave you during the sign-on appointment, that's what's covered in the to-dos. Those are all the basics: set up this account, join a realtor board, start attending classes, make sure I do my Scott Leroy questionnaire. All those items are what's covered in the to-dos. Classes and education, these are the classes that you're starting to attend, right? You're hopping on the Zooms, you're starting to attend the classes. If you are an individual agent, I highly recommend, it's not mandatory of course, but I highly recommend getting into coaching. Coaching is going to help you navigate this world a little bit better because you're going to have someone there for accountability, a coach to coach you through the process, and be able to connect with mentors. It's really important in this business to have people that you can count on and connect with, and our agent mentors are really great in the coaching program. So if you're not on a team and you're an individual agent, I highly recommend having a coach in your corner. The one area that you probably need to spend a little bit of time on is productivity. Productivity are the things that you do every single day. So at the end of 30 days, you should have 100 contacts inside of the command system. You should have at least 100 contacts in the database. Now, getting all 100 at once can be a little bit daunting, right? So break this up. You know that, so I have a full 30 days to get this done. So I know that maybe I can do 5 contacts a day. I can call 5 people a day. I can make sure that I have the name, phone number, email, home address of 5 people every day. I can make those phone calls. Or I can look through my phone and narrow it down my 800 people that I have on my phone to the 100 people that I know that I want to connect with. You can go way above this number. This is only what's recommended your first 30 days in. Sharing your app. So starting to share that app link with people. We will cover the consumer app during your technology orientation, but once you have the link ready to go, start sharing it with people, right? They need to start connecting with you as a real estate agent. So start sending it out. Hey, here's a cool app. It connects with me. We can stay in full connection. I can see what you're looking at. It's going to be great. Start previewing homes. Start going to open houses. Start going with other agents and looking at homes. If you're part of coaching, they actually have a mentorship program where you can preview homes with other agents. If you're not, you can post and try to find other Keller Williams agents to do open houses with. This is a culture of agents giving back to agents. So agents are always happy to connect with newer agents and help you through some of this processing. Doing an open house, making sure that you start shadowing how to do an open house so you can start doing open houses for yourself. And then script practicing. That's your number one, learning the scripts, learning how to talk about real estate, learning objections, right? Oh, I don't want to talk to you. Well, you can't just give up then, right? You have to have a plan. What's your follow-up plan for that type of phone call? It happens a lot in real estate. So these are the kind of productivity items that you're going to start working through. Put these on your calendar. Say, today I'm going to call 10 people. I'm going to make sure that I put them in command. I'm going to put 10 people in command today. I'm going to block it out for an hour from 10 to 11. I'm going to get 10 phone calls out, 10 people inside the command system. I have it on my calendar and I'm going to follow up. That's how productivity works. Productivity works by you putting it on the calendar and you know, okay, I have to share my consumer app with 25 people. I'm going to share it with 5 people Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for this whole week. I'm going to share it with 5 people a day. Put it on your calendar from 9 to 10. I'm going to share my app with these people. We will talk more about productivity during your next orientation, but this really is the roadmap to help you through a lot of these processes. 60 days in, and then 90 days in. So your first 90 days, everything that should be done, and you should be kind of in the mode of starting to build your business. Now we will have check-in meetings after 30 days, we will check in. We will have a nice conversation about what's been going really well. What have you been having some difficulty with? What maybe you need an education plan, maybe you need a little bit more technology training and want to do some more hands-on training. Whatever you might need specifically for you and to help start your business, we can discuss that during your check-in process. So 30 days, we will check in, 60 days, we will check in, and then 90 days, we'll check in. But we hope that you plug into the classes. If at any point it is getting too difficult, please reach out. Let's have a conversation on why, and let's tailor the conversation to exactly what you might need. Real estate is a very fast-paced environment, but there's also a lot of details that have to get done, especially in the beginning, because you're setting everything up. You're setting everything up so your business can operate smoothly. The setup process can be somewhat painful, but building out your database, having your marketing profiles, creating a branding for yourself of some kind, all this requires some work on some level. So just know that this roadmap is going to be the best way to help you. And give us feedback through this process. We did not have this a month ago. This is brand new, and this is what our newer agents had asked for us to bring them. They were like, I'm a little lost. I've been here for 90 days, and I'm not sure what to do next. That's what your roadmap is for. Within 90 days, this is exactly what should be done to get you in a really good level playing field and start building your business forward. So that's what the plan is. Again, anytime during this process, check in with us. We're here to assist you, whether it's us here in agent services, your coach, another agent, or maybe someone that you met with in the recruiting process. Whoever you want to connect with, we're all here to help you. We all want to make sure that you're plugging in. And to plug into the classes, once you start taking your foundational courses, a lot of this makes sense because it's foundational training, right? It tells you the basics of how to do all of these items. So just know that as well. It's a lot of information in the beginning, but once you start taking the classes, you will be all set. Alrighty, any questions on your 30, 60, 90? Other than you three will crush it. I know you guys will because I have did your sign-on appointments and I could see the twinkle in your eyes and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to get started. I'm gonna knock all this out. So I know there's no slackers on this call, so I look forward to seeing where you guys are 90 days in, and any way that we can help you, we're here for you. So let's take a little bit of a look at some social media items. Do we love social media? Do we have like any specific feelings towards it? Is it something that we're looking forward to doing for business, or we've done it for business before?
I like social media. I enjoy it.
I would think so.
I definitely
Very creative guy. So
thanks.
I
I
would think
definitely
so.
have to make a new professional one and like a LinkedIn and stuff, but I like it.
That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be highly recommended for that. Alrighty, so this is the training guide. You will have full access to that this afternoon as well. Everything that we're reviewing today, I will email you after class today, so you'll have all the links. You'll be able to go ahead and connect and start having these to re-review again. Before we jump into the social media conversation though, let's talk a little bit about our culture and belief system. Culture is important to us at Keller Williams. It is the base of our business. It's what we believe in. It's how we treat each other. It's how we treat our agents. There's a reason that we're the biggest brokerage. There's 400 agents. We're the largest in Middle Tennessee. And it's because we care for one another in an environment that can sometimes be really competitive. So when it comes to the belief system, it's agents helping agents. Our agents here at the office teach our classes. Our agents are part of committees that help give back to our other agents. You as new agents, as you're going through this education process, just know like a year and a half from now, we will come back to you and ask you to teach these classes to our other new agents, right? You're giving back to the culture from what you learn in the field, from what you're trying to create for your own business. There's other agents that want to do the same. And so that's what our culture really is about. All three of you could have picked anywhere to go, especially in Nashville. There are like, I don't know, there's like a new brokerage every other week that opens up. What made you pick us? What was Nashville? Why was KW Nashville so important to you?
My recruiter.
Oh wait, you go ahead, Myron. You go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that my recruiter was very diligent and supportive. So that kind of made a difference for me.
Loves Tracy. Yes, she's the heart of our office. And what's really great is that she's been an agent for us for about 4 years. And when this new position opened up to have an additional recruiter and she joined the team on the staff side, she has really great insight, right? She knows from an agent perspective when she was brand new what worked and what didn't work. And she's able to bring that to the staff. And not all the staff is licensed. I'm not a licensed agent. So you guys from an realtor perspective know more than I do. But it's great to have a bridge like Tracy who's able to bridge all those conversations for us. And she's very hands-on in the office. So that's great to hear, Marion. I'm glad to hear that. Danny?
I don't know. I just liked the energy, very positive, very welcoming. And yeah, just like an environment that I feel like I want to be a part of and want to be with. Like, I don't know. I didn't at any point feel like intimidated or not welcome or not included or anything like when I was there and when I did the interview and everything. So
That's
yeah,
great.
just a great energy, great team energy.
I think we have a lot of factors to thank for that, but I think number one is our team leader, Marcus. He is the hype man of all hype men, I will tell you. Once you guys start meeting with him and start really working on, he teaches a lot of classes here too. You'll definitely feel it. So that's great to hear, Danny.
Yeah.
Joel?
Yeah, I only had one connection to Keller Williams before this at all, and she's here in Memphis. Her name is Jan Mars, and I spoke with her, and I talked to her for like the first 5 minutes. I knew I was like, you've already sold me on Keller. We kind of talked about the training and about how her brother has obviously done really well for himself, and she kind of just like hooked me in. But I am moving obviously to Nashville in a couple of months. But I think, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like a Chick-fil-A. Like, you know how a Chick-fil-A is just good no matter where you are? It's going to be, if you were in like Alaska, it would still be good. That's kind of how Keller Williams is to me. Like, I've talked to a few agents at different branches and they're all just, you can just feel that, like Danny said, like the team energy and that team drive, I guess, just to kind of keep going. So yeah, that's kind of what got me there too, was that team energy and that focus on, giving back and things like that.
I love that, Joel. And yes, our culture permeates across all of Keller Williams. It's written on our walls, right? Every Keller Williams office you go to, the belief system is always written on the walls. Like, it's just there. It's very specific. And we're a company that really takes a lot of initiative. So I think a really great example of this just happened 2 weeks ago. During a time, especially with the Black Lives Matters movement, and our office was very specific in what we wanted to do. We created a committee based on diversity, a diversity committee for agents to understand the importance of how real estate and how you run your business is very important to other ethnicity and races. Like, it's not all the same and equal. And we now have a committee here at KW Nashville that's dedicated to learning. They're reading books on how do you work with people of different ethnicities and work with people with different cultural backgrounds, and how do you become a really good realtor to them? You don't know all the information you don't know, right? So we created this committee, but when that happened, Keller Williams, from an international standpoint, added something new to our belief system, and it's called equity. Opportunities for all. I'm going to have to update this worksheet. We're going to have to put in an extra bubble here, because equity was just created 2 weeks ago, and it really is that. It's that everyone here should be treated as equals. We're all here to do the same thing, grow our businesses, help our families, and be better members of our community. And that's why we created the equity belief. And it's going to be something that we're going to talk about continuously moving into next year. What that means for our agents, we have really a diverse group of people that work at this office, and we want to make sure that that's celebrated and that's something that we talk about and that's something that we acknowledge. And so that's why we created the committee. And like everything else that we do here at KW, when we start working on a project, we start sharing it with everyone, right? It goes across the nation. It goes to all the other Keller Williams offices. So always know that really great services and best practices are being shared between offices. We're not closed off. This is not just KW Nashville by itself over here. There are so many KW offices that we work closely with and we learn from, and that they learn from us. So that's really a big part of our belief that moving forward is going to be even better, in my opinion. So everything remains the same. Our perspective has slightly changed. We're still a training company. As you guys see from our calendar, you can become a full-time student. Please don't, whatever you do not attend Zoom from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You're going to go crazy. But you can. We have a lot of training. But what we really are and how we market ourselves is a technology company. You are a tech-enabled agent. And what that means is that the technology is not here to replace you. This is not a virtual brokerage, right? This is not like some of the brokerages fully online. There's no human connection. We understand that you are the important part of the connection. The service that you give to your clients, the customer service, the relationships that you build, the people that you know trust you, they want to work with you. They don't really care that you have an app. They don't care that you have all this really great command center that you can log into. But what the technology is here to do is enable you to have a better customer relationship. Instead of you working all the time trying to figure stuff out, there's a system put in place to make things run so you can focus on the relationship aspect. That's what real estate is. People only work with people they trust, and you need to build the trust. You don't need to spend a lot of time working on the technology. That's why we're a technology company. That's why we're marketing ourselves that way. We will still continue to be a training company. We're in the top 10 Hall of Fame for all-time training companies. That's a really big feat, being in Training Magazine. And after all these years, our curriculum still is geared towards new agents in the business. But our perspective is tech and technology. So definitely feel like you can embrace it. The technology is new. Think of it as, you know, it's toddlers. It's a toddler year right now. It's brand new. It's an ever working, changing system. Command is sometimes really flawless and perfect. Other times it's quite difficult and things may not work the way they should, or it might crash. All these things happen as we're building something. It's specifically for us. It's from Keller Williams, designed by agents. It's specific. There's no third parties in there. Nobody else is running around building the tech. It's only in-house, which means you're learning something specific to Keller Williams. With that, there are growing pains. The app is brand new. The app premiered in February of this year. It hasn't been a full year since we've had this consumer app. But at this market center, specifically, we learn the tech right away. As soon as things change, know that we have classes for it. When you log into Command, and it's been a day or two, there might be new buttons that you didn't see the day before. We will have a class around that within a week. So that's our mindset, is always pushing forward. So just know you're with an office that we're not just gonna wait till things are perfect. We're gonna really jump in and start working in things. So Command is an ever-changing platform. So just have an open mindset. Just know going in that it may not always be 100%, but we're striving to get there. And it's, at this point, almost 3 years old, but not quite. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a social media conversation. When it comes to social media, it's up to you. You can have 2 profiles, 5 profiles, all of the social media profiles. There's no right answer. What I do recommend, though, is whatever you have is consistently updated so that you update profiles in a timely manner and that they're very specific to real estate. So if I have my Facebook, all I need to do is update twice a week, and I'm going to have really good search results on Google. I don't need to update every single day. Think of the businesses that you follow on all your social media platforms. Is that one business kind of annoying that's posting every other hour about what sale they have or what's going on, and their like pictures all the time being on their timelines? That can be a little intrusive. So just think of it as a natural progression of the messaging that you want to give to your client. Now, when it comes to building content, that can be a little difficult. We know your job is not to be a social media influencer, so you're not sitting there spending half of your day thinking about what perfect meme to post. Instead, you want to have content readily available, and we have some websites that are here to do just that. One, professional writing. It's always great to post articles about real estate that are professionally written. Getting those articles can be somewhat difficult, except here at Keller Williams, we have a cool magazine. It's called outfront.kw.com. It is your virtual platform to getting some really great articles. I have yet to meet an agent that loves writing blogs. So if you're looking for blog content, this is a great website to do it. Updated every single month. New articles are added, usually about 4 to 5 new articles a month, specific to maybe agents that are working in the field or what's happening in the industry, company specific, performance, so understanding performance, and then technology. So there's different avenues that you can go and information that you can share. What makes these easy to share is that you can literally click on an article that you think would be interesting to your clients. This is one of my favorites, just came out recently. Your consumer app can do virtual tours, and it's really cool. Like you could say, hey, you can jump on the app. I will be at the house and I will show you the home and walk you through the home. And all you have to do is click like 2 buttons to get there. Like we can do a whole virtual setup and it's super easy for your client to do. They're like, oh, cool. I would love to learn more about that, Edward. Well, here's a great article that I can share with you. It's professionally written. It tells you exactly everything that your consumer app does. It tells you some of the coming soon features. So it's ready to go. All you have to do is share it. You can post it directly on your Facebook, send it out in a tweet on Twitter, put it on your LinkedIn if you're going to have a professional LinkedIn, or even email it to yourself and put it in a newsletter or send it out via text. Say, hey, great news. I can do a virtual tour using my app. Connect with me to learn more. Here's a really great article to explain it. Professionally written, ready to go. Find things of interest to you. They'll be interest to your clients. Whether it's how the company is doing, we do have specific performance. Here's our Q2 performance guide. All the numbers, right? If people are number crazy, you say, I work for the #1 brokerage in Middle Tennessee. This is why. Look at all these numbers. Really cool stuff happened in Q2. So this is a great way to share that information. Again, already written for you. The share buttons are always at the top. It's written by Keller Williams, for Keller Williams. So just know that the article and the information that you're sharing is correct and that it's been vetted and you're good to go. So professional articles out front, that's a great way to get them. If you're looking for more generalized articles, we have Twitter, twitter.com/KWRI. Our Twitter is very special. We have a team of interns. All they do is tweet all day long. They don't follow any rules because they'll get like 12 to 15 posts a day, but they post really interesting, fun articles. So you can kind of dig through the Twitter feed to see of anything you'd like to share. Articles about everything real estate related. Here's some luxury tips. There's different articles about technology, about things that you can do as an agent, some sort of agent specific articles as well. Just go through and anything that might seem like, oh, this would be something really cool. I think I would love to share it with my clients. Go ahead and pick, let's say I would like to share, the housing market. What happened during the summer in the housing market across the United States? This would be a cool, interesting article. Click embed tweet, works very much the same way. You can embed it on Facebook, embed it on any social media network that you would like, then you're good to go. So the Twitter feed always has interesting and up-to-date articles, not always specifically written by Keller Williams, but it's a great resource for you because somebody else is doing the work of finding articles for you to use. Next up is video content. I think video has become maybe the second most popular platform to use right now. I never thought I would see TikTok videos being made in our hallways, but here we are. We have a whole team of agents that are on TikTok now and they're loving it. Snapchat, a YouTube, if that's kind of your vision that you want to be in front of the camera or you want to do really cool video, blogging, whatever might work for you, know that you can do that. We also have a full video library available to you. We have over 700 videos in the Keller Williams library that you can share that are designed for social media. They're usually right at the minute mark, so they're perfect for you to post. There's a lot of different categories here, but one that I really love that I think would be helpful, and it comes out every single month, is This Month in Real Estate.
What?
You get about 3 videos, but what it does is it gives you the overall averages of what's happening across the United States from a real estate market perspective. So you're going to be able to see like home sales, median home prices, fixed mortgage rates, kind of what they're doing on a national basis. And what you can do is post this video along with local stats. So, hey, Edward, you live out in Brentwood. Well, this is what's happening on the national. This is how Brentwood compares. Here are the Brentwood numbers. Great way. It's very specific to your clients, but it's also broad enough where you're getting a nicely professionally made video. You're not putting any work into this. All you're doing is hitting the share button, putting it on Facebook, sending it out in a newsletter, however you'd like to share that information. And there's always a call to action at the end, right? Connect with your real estate agent to learn more. That's perfect. Call to action. Me as a consumer, I'm like, oh, great. You know, Danny knows the market really well. Danny's sending me videos about what's happening on the national level and what's happening in Brentwood. I need to connect with him because he's an expert, right? And we need experts. And that's what they're looking for you to be. And until you get there, because not everyone knows everything about the market that they're in, this is a great way to start sharing that information. So look through this. Again, there's hundreds of videos on here, so just share things that you would like to share. There's some really nice performance videos about your app. So if you want to actually show what the app can do to your clients, be like, hey, watch this cool video. If you're interested in connecting, give me a call. I'll give you my app. So there's a lot of really great pieces on here. So I recommend just jumping in and seeing what there is. Anything you would like to share, start sharing. And then of course, there's Instagram. You're in a visual business. So people love looking at houses. People love looking at Instagram. Instagram is probably the #2 platform when it comes to social media. We have an Instagram page. Instagram page is fully visual, right? They're graphic based. You may not always have a listing to post. You may not always have that perfect selfie in front of a sign. That's okay. You can still keep posting every week. And there's these social media graphics that you're able to download, just celebrating the company, celebrating where you work. On your MyKW profile, you can download all these graphics. Under marketing, and then social media. KW graphics, #1 in real estate graphics, social graphics, all those are available to you to download and put on your pages. So it makes it nice and easy. You're not creating all this. It's already created. All you're doing is sharing. You're hitting that share. And so Facebook banners or Twitter banners or anything like that, you don't have to create a Twitter banner. You can just download one from the KW graphics library. It's already done. It has the logo on it. You're good to go. And it's all professional looking. So that's a great way for you to get additional content. And then we have local content that we'll discuss here in a second. And that's also another great way to get localized marketing as well. So the Twitter page, the Instagram page, Outfront magazine, those are all really great ways to get additional info. And then finally, Facebook, everyone's favorite, still #1, still the champion, still the #1 way to connect. Before we connect though, I would like for everyone to do something for me, whether it's on your phone or on your computer. If you will open up your Facebook page and get added to our private Facebook group, search for Keller Williams Nashville Agent Group. It's going to ask you one question. It's going to ask you if you're an agent here. Select yes, and you'll be good to go. We'll see who gets there first.
Sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
I was going to say, is someone going to call me out for not being in Nashville yet?
Nobody's going to call you out, Joel, I promise.
A secretive Memphis member.
You're actually not the only agent in transit. We have a couple that are moving here within a couple months.
Okay, good deal. That makes me feel better now.
There is Danny. Danny is official and approved. Here is Joel. Joel is official, maybe. Let's load it up. Here's Joel. Approved. Welcome to the group.
Thank you.
I see a whole bunch of them. Which one am I clicking on?
Keller Williams Nashville Agent Group.
Nashville Agent Group. I got you.
Yes, sir. Here's Myron. There we go. Member request. Sir, you are approved.
Thank you.
Welcome to the group. Alrighty, guys. So this is a private Facebook group only open to agents of our office. So specifically just for us here at KW. Great way to connect with people, recommendations, Anything that you want to post on here, feel free to do so. It's a very active Facebook group. We'll go home. I feel like the old man, but I really don't like this new Facebook layout design. It changed like 2 weeks ago on me, and I was just like all grumpy about it for like a day and a half because it's like the buttons have moved and now there's pictures everywhere. Like I miss the old Facebook page, but I sound like my dad. But otherwise, this is the new Facebook experience. You'll see our feed here. So when agents are posting on the page, you'll be able to interact with them. We just try to post things that are specific to our market center here in Nashville. So our classes are posted on here. Sometimes when we record things, those are posted on here as well. Upcoming special events. Anytime you need a recommendation, ask for it here. 400 people are reading it and are going to give you a really good recommendation. Whether you're looking for someone in mortgage or title or anything specific, you can go ahead and ask it here in the group and you're going to get a lot of responses back. Some of the classes are recorded. Please note your contracts classes cannot be recorded since they are legal conversations that are being had about specific contracting here in Tennessee. They don't allow you to record those. But everything else on our calendar for the most part is recorded. So you can always go back and take a look at a specific class and watch the recording. So feel free to put your listings on here when you have listings. If you want to host an open house, say, hey, I'm available this weekend. Anybody have an open house? People will start to connect with you and ask you if you wouldn't mind hosting one of their open houses. We have a lot of agents that are needing that. Coaching Club has their own private Facebook group as well. So you're going to be connected to your mentors that way. But this is a great way to be connected with the office. Now, at the very top of this page, there are announcements. I'm going to send you this link because everyone always forgets where this link is. But under announcements, we have a marketing library. When you click on the drive, you can hit the star and just save it because you want to save the drive because it's updated all the time. Marketing, we have some cool marketing pieces local to just us. One of the favorites for most agents is the market updates. They come out every single month. All the market data already designed for you. So here are the numbers for, this is specifically for Davidson County. So here are the numbers for Davidson County. Already has the logo on it, but you're getting the median sales price, number of closings, active inventory, average days on market. You can share this on your social media platforms. Just download it and share it, print it, take it with you to a listing presentation. As you can see, year over year, 7.1% up. Number of closings down 2.1%. Active inventory down 2.0%. Average days on market 29. Still a very strong and healthy market. As you can see, that number of closings, while it's down, it's still a very strong number. And that the fact that home prices continue to go up in Davidson is even better news to share with people trying to sell. We do it for the different counties in the area, so you can do the same for Wilson County. Look at that, number of closings up 21% year over year. So Wilson's where it's at. Wilson, you probably can still get a really good deal, and probably not for long, since if they keep climbing that double digits. Average days on market 34. Same with Murray County here. We even do one for all of Middle Tennessee, so you can get the full Middle Tennessee numbers. Overall, 9.5% price continues to rise. Number of closings continues to rise. Active inventory way down, 25% down. Average days on market, 27, still incredibly fast market. So when you guys see this for Middle Tennessee, what kind of market are we in? Sellers market, that's right. We're in a inventory. Look at that inventory number, down 25%. That means that we're selling homes quicker than the inventory that's available to us. So the market is not keeping pace. That's a very important conversation to have with your people, right? Especially if you have a seller and they're like, so the price, everyone thinks for some reason that just because they live in Nashville, their house sells in 5 days. That's not true. The average home sale takes almost about a month right there. That's a very fast average days on market, by the way. You don't see that in a lot of different markets, and Nashville, even through the pandemic, has sustained these numbers. So this makes you the expert. This is local information. We put these out every single month for you, so you can just come in here, download it, and share it, and you're good to go. It's already branded. You don't have to do any work. We also have in the marketing drive, we have local office statistics. So if you want some of the local stats for the office, we have a lot of those. I think we had a really incredible August. Can't wait to see what September is. So record-breaking August, every 2.43 hours, a house in Nashville was sold by a KW agent. So this office was gangbusters. Every couple of hours, one of our agents was selling a house. 306 all-time units sold. That's a lot to do in 1 month. We did that. 132 million plus for volume. That's a great volume number. 74,000 in profit share. So we gave back $74,000 to agents participating in the profit share program. So they're going to get some nice checks at the end of the quarter, specifically just from this one office. This doesn't count for everything else happening in Nashville, just from us. So we had a really great August. Even with the pandemic, things are still going incredibly well. Excited to see what the September numbers will bring at the end of September. Other great things that you can share on here. These graphics are already designed for you, so feel free to share them any way that you would like. One is that we crossed the $1 billion mark last year. We were the first brokerage to do so. $1 billion in sales. We're hoping to hit that number again this year. We're well on our way to doing so. But $1 billion in total sales for 2019. So you're working with a high producing office. When it comes to your clients and they're like, why would it be important that I work with Myron? Why? You know, he's a brand new agent. Why would I want to work with him? Myron can easily say, because I work for the #1 office in Middle Tennessee, I have over 400 referral partners in one single building. So we can definitely get you what you need. And I have the office technology, I have the office connections, and I can network, and I don't have to go very far. They're all in one building, right? So you guys are really well equipped to have strong conversations, even if you're brand new to the real estate world. So this is a great way to do that. Download, share. We also have things for the company side. If you want to share company information, we have a really great company drive for that. Infographics, this is perfect for Instagram. When it comes to social media, always think visual. People are not going to read paragraphs and paragraphs of things on any social media platform, but they will stop and look at a picture. So if you are posting something that's interesting, you can do so. Like, here are 5 tips for buying in a competitive market. It's a nice little graphic. It makes you stop and look and read. It's already branded, so you can just post it directly. 5 things every homeowner should know about home insurance. Again, already branded. The look is there for you. It makes it easy. You're not doing any of this work. You're just downloading it and sharing. New stuff is being added every single month, so we add new things in here every few weeks. Brand new content, so always feel free to come in here and see what's brand new and start sharing. We also do things for holidays. Anything you want to know specifically about us here in Nashville is in the marketing drive. So the first time you log in, hit the star button and make sure it's part of your favorites. You can always have access to it. I will send this to you today, but it's always on Facebook under announcements at the top.
How do we log into, how do we find this drive? I'm sorry.
Sure, Myron. So let's pretend we're just logged into Facebook and went to the Facebook group. Okay.
Facebook group. Okay.
So I'm on the Facebook group.
Uh-huh.
The very first thing I'm going to see is announcements.
Right.
Click see all.
Okay.
Marketing graphics, second announcement.
Okay.
When you click the link, there it is. But I'm also going to send it to you today, Myron, so you can just click on the email and then just get it from there.
Thank you.
But most of our agents always forget how to do this part too anyway, because, you know, it's like, oh, he told me that one thing, but it's been like 3 hours ago. So he told me a lot of things. So I completely understand. So that's a really great overview for social media. Just take some time to curate your social media messages. I will not force you to join all these because that's just cruel and unusual punishment. But if you would like to get added to these groups, feel free to do so. One is training. When you're in your Ignite class, you will automatically be added to training. Great way for you to stay up with the curriculum, with the instructors, to make sure that you're taking the class. Coaching club. When you're in coaching, this is how you get connected with your coach and your mentors. You have a private Facebook group together. The next 2 are public, so anyone with a license can join. One is lead gen scripts and objections. How do other companies do scripting? We're not the only ones. We are not special when it comes to talking about real estate. How does Synergy or Remax or all the other companies, how do they do the exact same conversations? Well, that's what this Facebook group was created. It really walks you through that entire process. Central Tennessee Buyer Need and Coming Soon Forum. What's coming soon to Tennessee? Maybe not on the MLS just yet. Open to anyone with a license. I think they have like almost 30,000 members. So feel free to jump into any of these Facebook pages that you would like. Alrighty, guys, let's talk a little bit about our team. Our team here at KW, we are here to support you. These are all the local people, your staff. Let's take it from the top. Marcus Heflin, our team leader. He's our CEO. Major decisions go through Marcus. When you are ready to take that next step, you're like, I've done the training. I feel really good about things. Maybe you want to join a team. Maybe you want to create a team. Maybe you want to be a luxury agent or work in the commercial sector. Once you have some footing and you've been with us for a little bit, it's great to sit down with Marcus and start talking about business planning. Start planning out your business and seeing what you want the future. He's a great person to sit down for goal setting. Even now, maybe you're just starting out and just not 100% sure how you want your business to look 5 years from now. Sit down with Marcus and have a conversation. He is a really great agent. He's also a bold coach, so he knows how to coach people through different problems they might be having. And he's our team leader, so all decisions go through him. You can book one-on-one time with him. Katie at the front desk controls his calendar. Cynthia is our MCA or Market Center Administrator. All finances go through her. So when it comes to an agent, you could connect with her on P&Ls. If you don't know how to do a P&L and you are running your own business for the first time, she's going to be a really great connection. She will help you through some of those questions. All financial things go through her. She's our CFO. So from the rent on the building to your agent bill, all of the money processes through Cynthia in her office. Tracy Perrin is our talent acquisition director. Great person to connect with when you're first getting into real estate. But also, if you want to refer anybody to a KW office, connect them with Tracy. Tracy will help with that conversation. So she helps with the, I'm interested in real estate, but I have no idea what to do. What am I supposed to do first? So she'll help people through that process. At the end of schooling, if it's a good fit and they would like to join Keller Williams, they will meet with Tracy. Tanya Carter is our assistant MCA. Tanya's probably going to be your best friend here. I would probably recommend, out of anybody, memorize her face and her name. She pays you. She cuts all the checks here. So every closing goes through Tanya. When you get an email from Tanya, respond to her because it has to do with your paycheck. Make sure that you're paid in a timely manner. So Tanya is responsible for our full check running process. She's really great at it. Your agent bill, questions about your agent bill or updating payments, all through Tanya. She handles all that for us. Evan is your agent services director. Evan is in charge of technology. He teaches all the tech classes here. He will teach you during your next orientation class. Very hands-on tech. He has just really crazy good computer knowledge. So even like things that aren't Keller Williams specific, like you want a recommendation on a PC or something, he's a really great guy to talk to about it because he loves like reading about that stuff all day long. I'm your agent services coordinator. My main responsibility for you here is to make sure that your files are compliant with the state of Tennessee. So following up. So when you get emails from me, it's usually to complete your agent file. I also teach a lot of different various courses here at KW, and then I'm here to assist you with any questions that you have. So anything that you need, feel free to reach out to me. I'll make sure to get it for you. Charles is your principal broker. Charles has over 38 years experience here in Nashville. He knows this market very well. He's also an agent on the side. He does luxury real estate, but Charles is legally responsible for you. So all legal questions, compliance questions, anything of that nature goes through Charles. Tabby and Becky are your productivity club. So when it comes to getting into coaching and being part of the coaching program, Tabby and Becky will walk you through that process. Tabby is a high-level MAPS coach. She's there to get you up and selling. The main job of coaching is to get you capping. Their job is like for you to start selling a house 1 to 2 months in. So you're going to get the resources and the tools to help you do that. So I highly recommend, if you're not part of a team structure, that coaching be your next best option. It's like you're on a team, but you're still an individual. So you can still do the business the exact way you want to do it, but you have somebody to help you through the process. Katie is your director of first impressions. Katie is at our front desk. She manages all of our wonderful Zoom accounts. She does our education calendar, very hands-on. General questions, Marcus's calendar, everything goes through Katie at the front. She really operates our office, so she's a really great connection to have. We're all here for you in different capacities. I will send you our contact information so you have emails and phone numbers for everybody. Again, never fear. As long as you reach out to one of us, we will make sure that you get to the right place and that we take care of whatever you might need. Alrighty, I've been talking a lot. So let's give Danny a chance here. Danny, will you read what is the ALC?
Yes. What is the ALC? The Keller Williams ALC, or Agent Leadership Council, is made up of selected agents in the top 20% of each office. This dynamic board of directors is actively involved in the leadership decisions that make the office more productive and profitable. Their roles are to inspire, motivate, participate, and listen. By having input from these associates, each office can tailor their strategies to thrive at all stages of the market.
Thank you, sir. Very well said. I think we might need Danny to teach this class later. Yes, our ALC is our leadership council. They represent you. They represent all 400 agents. At the end of the year, we pull the top 20%. For this office, it's about 74 people. They interview with Marcus. Marcus picks the top 10, and then they represent you for a full year. They make all the policy decisions here. So if there's ever something that you're like, I really wish this would change, take it to an ALC member, and they'll make sure it gets put up for vote. So they vote on pretty much everything. Events. The biggest vote they had this year was moving our office. We're moving to a brand new location next year, so we won't be in Green Hills. We will be somewhere closer to downtown Nashville in a brand new building. So they make these major decisions, and they're the voting committee. They also represent our smaller committees. Now, if you want to be part of the office, I highly recommend joining a committee. For one, you'll be connected with an ALC member. And for two, you'll be able to be part of the office environment. You'll be able to connect with people and network with people and start kind of getting into a rhythm and building relationships. We have different committees here based on your interest. Join anyone that you'd like. Growth. We all have a sponsor at Keller Williams, right? You had to write somebody down. How do you get more people to write your name down? How do you start having those conversations? How do you start building that passive income? That's what Growth Committee does. Education. If you care about the calendar, if you want special speakers here, or special events to happen throughout the year, join the Education Committee. They put all that together for us. Finance, you're doing your own taxes. You have a P&L now. You're starting to build a business plan. If you're new to that, our Finance Committee is there to help. They bring in special speakers throughout the year. They really are hands-on. They can help you with a lot of questions when it comes to starting your own business. Culture, party planning and event planning. Unfortunately, we've done a lot less of that during the pandemic, but as we get to some normalcy, we have a lot of in-person events, so happy hours, networking, all those fun things our culture committee puts together. Technology, if you love tech and want to learn it before everybody else, that's what the tech committee does. They love to like play with the tech and break it. They're all about like what will make it better. And they spend a lot of time teaching classes and really being hands-on with our agents. Luxury and commercial, you cannot just join directly. You do have to have your designations. Luxury, you are selling in the 2 million and above range. So any homes above 2 million and you're consistently selling in that market, then you can be a luxury member. Commercial is opposite. You actually have to take a commercial exam and have your designation put on the license. So if you're interested in those, let us know. Agents are always looking for other agents in these categories. So if you want to be a luxury agent or a commercial agent, you can take the additional exams and get those designations on your license. Alrighty, so what does $85 a month do for you? Pretty much everything. As you can see, it runs this entire office. Remember, we do profit sharing, which means the profit that we make as an office goes right back to the agents. So the way the office operates is based on the agent bill. So every agent has $85. That's a standard bill. The only time this changes, and it's important since we're coming up on it soon, is January. January, you're going to pay a KW international fee. So it's going to be $110. And that bill you will receive January 1st. Do not panic. It is just your renewal. Then it'll go right back to $85 for the rest of the year. This is continuous. The first of the month, you'll receive the invoice. It's automatically charged the 15th of the month. If you want to change the payment information, just connect with Tanya and she'll update that on your record. Commission example. The only real, I know you guys probably remember this from your recruiting packet, but the only real item that I really like to touch on to make sure everyone understands fully is your non-guaranteed cap. Now, everyone on this call signed the paperwork to be non-guaranteed cap. Do you remember what that was for? No? No?
No.
No? Alrighty, so this is important since you guys signed legal paperwork for it. So I want to make sure you feel comfortable with it, right? Don't want you to come back and be like, I didn't know what I was doing. So what's important about this is that under a non-guaranteed cap status, if you do not reach your $19,000 cap, it will reset itself and you do not owe the difference. You have a full year to reach this. If let's say you get to 15,000, you don't have that 4,000, under non-guaranteed, you do not owe us $4,000. It just resets itself and you continue. That's important. After 2 years of capping, you can be put on a guaranteed split if you decide under the guaranteed cap status, you would owe the difference if you didn't make it. So that's an important distinction. Now, when you renegotiate your cap, you can negotiate whatever you'd like. It can be a 90-10, 95-5, whatever works for your business. You'll have a conversation with Marcus. We'll update the paperwork. You'll be put on your new cap. Under that point, you'll be guaranteeing. So that means that you will definitely say that you will make this money and that you will pay it if you don't. But a lot of our agents stay under non-guaranteed cap, some for their entire careers. Some love it. 70-30, 19,000, knock it out, make 100% commission after. They love it. So you can stay on this if you decide to. The only time this cap changes for an individual is if you're on a team, you pay a little bit of a different team split because you're also splitting your check with the team. So think of it that way. 70-30, 30% to the market center until you reach 19. Once you reach 19,000, you cap, then it's 100% commission to you. So let's talk a little bit about renewing fees because we are almost there. It is going to be December before you know it, and a lot of things are due. One is your E&O insurance. Do you guys remember when your E&O is due?
January of next year.
January 1st, your insurance expires. So make sure that you renew it before January 1st. You'll pay about $260 to renew it. It's going to be a 2-year policy when you renew, then you'll be set for 2 years. Failure to renew your E&O, the state of Tennessee has a $250 a day penalty. So every day you don't have insurance, they charge you $250. That is a lot of money. So make sure that you renew before your deadline. Legally, you're obligated and required. Put it on your calendar. I would put it on my calendar probably in the middle of December. Make sure that I do it, log into my account and renew. Your RealTrax. Has everyone logged into their RealTrax account? Well, Danny can't. Danny's not quite there yet, but everyone else?
I don't think I have, actually.
Okay, Joel. So that will probably be good to go ahead. You should get an email directly from RealTrax that will be your username and password. And Myron, I think you're also with Danny. I think we're waiting on your license activation.
I think I just got my license information yesterday.
Oh, great. So RealTrax should be right around the corner. They'll probably email you either by the end of today or first thing tomorrow.
Okay.
So log into your account the very first time because your bill's already waiting for you.
Oh, nice.
Gotta love real estate. They're like, hey, Myron, you got your license. Here's a bill, sir. So the bill will be waiting for you there and just pay it and then put it on automatic payment and it's $42 every month.
How quickly can we redo the E&O? Can I do it now?
No, you'll have to wait, I think, until the first week of December before the website will allow you to renew.
Just enough time for me to forget.
Yeah, exactly. We will try to remind you as an office. So look out for emails. We will text you. We'll do voice messaging. But, you know, agents can get a little lost in their world. So put it on your calendar just to be safe.
Thank you.
Your GNR, so if your association dues, they will be due at the end of the year. That's probably going to be your biggest bill. It's going to be $560 that you'll owe in January 1st. There's a lot of things that are happening at the end of this year, right? You have your E&O, $260, your monthly bill with RealTrax, $42 a month, your association bill of $560. That's a lot of money. It's also the holidays. So go ahead and start saving up now for those bills because you know they're coming. Like those are definitely going to happen from a state perspective. You're going to have to pay those. When you're setting up these accounts right now, since you guys are joining towards the end of September, October period when your license activates, everything will be prorated, but you owe the full amount at the end of the year for the next year. So just know that going in. What you're paying now are just small prorated amounts until you get the full charge at the end of the year. Any questions about some of these recurring bills?
I have a super quick question, Edward.
Yeah.
I think I'm muted. No, I'm not. Okay. So for me, with me not moving until November 30th, will I need to do like this entire list of things and go ahead and pay for all of that, even though I won't really, or I guess I should say it this way, could I, if I go ahead and pay for this stuff, can I use as much of it as I can here in Memphis until I get to Nashville, just to like get my money's worth? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes and yes. Yes, legally by the state of Tennessee, since we applied for a license, you have to do these items regardless of where you are. And
Okay.
yes, that all this stuff now, since it's mostly on a virtual platform, you can take advantage of everything. You can do all of your association training online now, so you can knock those out in the next couple of months. You can do RealTrax training and start working in the MLS because you can access that online. So you can still look up local things here in Nashville for your clients, even though you're in Memphis.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be able
Perfect.
to use all these tools, but the state won't wait until you move to Nashville to start charging you, unfortunately.
That was the way I should have worded my question was, will the state wait for me to move until I get charged? But okay,
No,
that makes sense.
Unfortunately, no. Everything happens once your license activates. Everyone's fully aware, and so they all come for their piece of the pie, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh
Of
yeah.
course. That's real estate for you. So
Yeah.
just make sure that you guys are planning now to the end of the year. That's usually when we see the most people start to exit the business because the bills are a lot, and it's also at the end of the year. And so make sure that you are financially planning now. Education, MREA book. If you don't have a copy, we have free copies for you here at the office. So always feel free to come and get that book from us before you pay for it. A couple of things that, as far as like real estate rules that are violated the most by agents. One is failure to complete your education on time. How many CE credits do you need to renew your licenses?
16.
16. That's right. So 16 credits every 2 years. 2 years seems like a long time, but it does come quick. So make sure that you are taking additional CE credits throughout the year. We here at Keller Williams cannot offer you CE credits. It's illegal for your brokerage to give you CE credits. They have to be from another party. So make sure that you're getting your CE credits. You need 10 electives and a 6-hour core residential class. We will remind you throughout the year for these credits. Again, you have 2 years to get them. Most of your association classes are credited and will give you those elective credits. And you can get them for free since you're paying for your association. And the 6-hour core is one single class that you'll pay for one time. And you can do that in your second year. Again, all this information, the best way to manage it all is putting it on your calendar. Put reminders. When is my license due? How many credits do I need? How many credits do I want to get a year? Let's say I want to get 6 or 7 credits every year. Go ahead and put those on your calendar and make sure that you're hitting those marks. That's going to keep you very well organized with all these items and not fall behind or miss something, because it's easy to do, since in real estate, there's a lot of different little details you have to button up. Insurance, legally you have to have it, so make sure you continue to have it. Advertising violations. This is actually a very simple one, but in order to not have any advertising violations, send anything you're going to buy to Charles for compliance approval. He will check it for state compliance, issue you the approval, and then you can buy it. So if it's a sign for someone's yard, send the proof of the sign to Charles, let him check it for state compliance. He will approve you. You can buy your sign, put it in the person's front yard. Business cards, anything that's going to be advertising to a client needs to go through a quick compliance check to make sure you're not doing anything illegal. Things that are illegal, multiple fonts. You can't have all different type of fonts on something. Everything has to be of similar size. Failure to list that you work for a brokerage. Our logo should be on there. The office name and the phone number should be on any marketing that you put out to any client. Nothing that's, I think this is funny, nothing that's misleading or untruthful advertising. Please don't lie. Like, just don't lie. If you know it's a lie, don't put it out to the world. I mean, that's like, I don't know why we would actually even write that. So please don't lie to your clients or lie to the public. You will get found out. Failure to pay your RealTrax bill, that's a very important one. $42 every month. If you default on that bill, they can close the entire office. Everyone loses MLS access, all 400 agents, because one person did not pay the bill. That's how strict the MLS is here in Nashville. They're the only MLS, so they have full control over every brokerage, and we have to abide by their rules. So please do pay your bill. And then, of course, failure to pay your association. You have to be part of the association. You cannot get out of it. If you're going to have a license, you have to be part of a local board, whether it's Greater Nashville Realtors or Williamson County. That's completely up to you. To look at all compliance laws, you can go to this website here. Super fun read. Looks like 120 pages of all the state compliance laws in Tennessee. Or you can just send your stuff to Charles and he'll compliance check it and you'll be good to go. Things to stay away from. Do not call yourself a brokerage. Do not call yourself incorporated, LLC, any of those things. You can be, Edward Sells Nashville. That's cool. But I can't be Edward Realty because that makes clients think that I'm specifically a licensed broker, which you are not. You're realtors. So make sure that the office logo is on everything. Just make sure that you're following compliance laws. If you have questions around compliance, reach out to Charles. He's happy to talk about them. I'm going to send you everyone's contact information today. So you're going to have his direct phone number and cell phone number. So feel free to have conversations with your principal broker, especially if you're having any sort of client issues or anything legal. He's there really to talk about legal situations and he can assist you through that process. He teaches the contracts classes. This is everything that's covered during contracts classes. So just know you have every month to take them throughout the year. They never stop. Every Tuesday, 10 to 11:30, we're going to have a contracts class for you. Information about the office here locally. We are open, so feel free to come and work. Bring your clients. There's no more restrictions as far as Davidson County. You do have to wear masks. We do recommend not to be in small quarters with people. I think they only allow like 3 people in the elevator. Otherwise, the building is open. We are fully operational. You will get a building key. And that building key will give you 24/7 access to the building. So feel free to connect with clients or also work after hours, use the printing services, whatever you might need, feel free to do so. You'll be able to have a key that gets you in 24/7. When we order that key for you, you'll be notified by the front desk to come pick it up. It'll be available to you. It's free. There's no charge for it. All these ID numbers, when you're in the office, we can give you these ID numbers. I know you won't remember them from this call, but when you're here, any ID or any kind of like legal tax ID number that you need, just feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to get the information over to you. A little bit more about the key card. If you lose it, it's $25 to replace it. We don't have to replace it, but we do have to be notified that you lost it because it has to do with the building safety. We have to let the security team know and they will deactivate that card. Otherwise, it is a free card for you to have. So our office calendar is fully online now, so you do know how to access those Zoom links. We'll definitely try to keep those Zoom links up and running. A little bit about realtor safety. GNR offers you a realtor safety class. I highly recommend getting those credits. Really important to know your realtor safety before you start going into neighborhoods and doing open houses. A couple things to keep in mind. If you're hosting an open house, do not park in the driveway. Park across the street. Do never get blocked in. Always have your name tag. Always have your business cards on you. When you're leading people through homes, they walk in front of you. You walk behind them. Always park in well-lit areas. Everything should be well lit in a home. When you're showing the home, it should be well lit. So just make sure you take some safety precautions, especially now everything is opening up again. You're able to do things in person. It's been a few months since we've been able to have people back out in the communities. So follow some safety precautions and take a safety course through GNR. It's free. You're going to get CE credits for it, and it's going to just teach you a lot of the great basics. when it comes to signs, you can order a sign from whoever you want. There's no rules. These are recommended. These companies come with really high recommendations from our agents. They're local here in Nashville. You can go pick them up or have them delivered to the office. Very easy to get a sign. Before you buy that sign, get the proof, send the proof to Charles. He approves it, you buy the sign. Do not buy the sign and wait for approval, because if the sign is not compliant, the state of Tennessee will come and pull all your signs up everywhere. So everywhere they see Joel's name, they're going to rip up every sign he has. And usually what happens is that another agent has tattled on you. They'll call the phone number on your sign and say, well, you know, Danny's sign had no office phone number. He wasn't in compliance. And the state of Tennessee will be like, okay, thanks. We're going to go pull up all of Danny's information. So don't fall into that. Just make sure everything is checked before it goes public. And he is very used to this process. So when you send it to him, you're going to get a fast response back. He's going to say that sign looks good, or you need to fix this, or you need to have them fix this for you before you buy it. If you're looking for any sort of insurance, health insurance, please note that the insurance policy is available to you through the Southeast region. It's a local company called Capstone Financial. Feel free to connect with them. Call that phone number, get some really great insurance. It's designed specifically for Keller Williams agents. For us here in the Southeast region, it's a really great plan. Way better than you get in like the national marketplace. Way better than like any sort of national plan they have available. And again, a lot of different type of protection, long-term care, life insurance, health insurance. They have all these policies available to you, and local financial. All righty, guys, we're almost done. I promise. The last portion is your commercial policy. I will let you read this commercial policy when you get this guide. But what's really important here is that if you have commercial business, do not work your commercial business. Refer it to the commercial team. The commercial team will work the business. You will get the referral check for it. Your client will be happy. If you work a commercial deal with your client and you make a mistake, the commercial penalties can be extremely harsh. You can lose your license. You can go into a lot of legality. So you can get sued over a lot of things. And in commercial, a little mistake goes a really long way. You not dotting that I or crossing that T on the paperwork could cost you your license. Commercial is very strict. There's a lot of things that you have to do to get your commercial designation. So if you want a commercial designation on your license, make sure to take the exam and go through the process. We can assist you with that process and what it's like. Just let us know, or refer the business, get the check, and move on and start working with your other clients. Completely up to you, but do not work the deal by yourself. Again, we have seen people that have gotten in so much trouble just because they're new and they didn't know. And unfortunately, under the commercial segment of Tennessee state law, they do not care what you don't know. If you do it wrong, you do it wrong. And it's become such a thing that we have a full policy around it. So here it is. We have a nice little policy for you to follow. If you have questions about this, just reach out to us. You know, Charles, our principal broker, anyone on the commercial team. We have a really great commercial team here. They love working the commercial business. They will go through all of this information with you. Alrighty, guys. So that wraps us up. I know it was a lot of information today, but that gives you some things to think about and start working through before we meet again on Thursday. What are some next steps? What are we going to do after class today? What is our homework?
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Danny.
I was just going to say, hop on MyKW and explore a little bit.
That's great. Yeah. See all the resources. I love it.
I'm going to start doing my contact spreadsheet.
Yes, a database. Number one, everyone, please start building the database.
And update the rest of our profiles to get your percentage up. I think mine was at like 26% complete, so I got to do that.
Yes.
And then just like look at your 30, 60, 90 and kind of start planning around it or putting stuff on your calendar, things like that.
That's perfect. Yeah, start building out. You guys have the luxury of time right now, right? Not everyone's like pounding your door down to sell that house. So you guys have a little luxury to kind of get things all settled, because once it starts, it really starts and people start connecting with you and start taking up your time. So take this as luxury time and really start building out everything for yourselves. And again, as you need help with the process, please let us know. We will be happy to do so. So that ends us for today. Any questions that you guys have?